Welcome to Standard Operations Gaming. This is your host Nemesis welcoming you to the Final Fantasy VII walkthrough part 3. And please remember to thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Yo Nemesis! Before the next mission, I got something I want to ask you. I really don't know how to use materia. I'll give you that materia we found, just teach me how to use it. Okay, I'll explain it. Sure. I'll explain how materia works. First, access the menu. You know the basic functions. The triangle button brings up the menu. Directional buttons move the cursor. Like this. Select each menu by using the OK button. If you want to leave the menu, just push the cancel button. See? Let's go ahead. Now you're in this menu. Select Materia submenu. Select who you want to use it. Now look at my weapon here. Each weapon and armor has slots in it. Choose which slot you want to put materia in. Now select the materia you want to use. This is curative materia. If you want to know what its effect is, line the cursor up with the check and push the OK button. It's just like selecting battle commands. Just line the cursor up to magic. You can see that the other available magic has increased. Now you can use new magic cure. And that's all there is to equipping materia. See? It wasn't that tough. When you want to remove any materia, it's as easy as pointing to the materia slot and pushing the triangle button. There's just one thing you have to be careful of. Whenever you equip materia, your situation changes. Parts of you may become stronger, while others get weaker. Normally when you equip magic materia, your magic power will get stronger, but your physical strength weakens. So materia is kind of a double-edged sword. On the left side of the screen, you can see the materia's effect on you. It's wise not to overuse magic materia. But try out various things. Push the cancel button to exit the submenu. Okay, that's about it. I'll give you some advanced tips later. Shit! What's this? It wasn't that tough crap! I'm clueless. Well, you handle the materia then.
Nemesis, I got a message from the weapon shop man upstairs. He has something he wants to give you, don't forget! Marlene, you watch the store while we're gone. Alright, good luck!
Very questionable that they're leaving a child in charge of a bar.
What?
Ah, another slow day. If this keeps up, this store's going under. Can't sell any really good medicine in a slum like this. Oh, look at this. This doesn't happen every day. You, customer? Yes, welcome. We sell, we buy. Time to load up on some materia. Don't want to get left with your pants down in the middle of combat. Want to have full combat effectiveness. Hey! Wait a minute, you! You can't just walk out of here without buying something? Might be unhealthy for you, if you know what I mean. This is the only time you'll be able to go ahead and pick up Iron Bangles. Do it now.
You dried up old geese? You tired? Why don't you rest up on the 3rd floor of my house? There's just one condition. You gotta give me some cash. Cheap.
This is the beginner's hall. You say you're a beginner, but your eyes say you're not. Don't mess with me. I used to be a soldier. I'll tell you how much I know, and for free too! How to heal ally. You probably already know this, but HP is your life force. If HP is lost in battle, you're out of commission. MP is the source of your magic power. If your MP is lost, you'll be unable to cast spells. So what should we do to cure a damaged ally? There are 3 ways. First, you can rest at an inn at a nearby town. Second, you can use items to help them recover. Third, you can use curative magic. I'll explain about magic later, but here we'll talk about items. Select item from the menu. Potion heals HP. If you can't find where a potion is, access the menu and select Arrange to change the order of your items. You can arrange them however you like. Order items you'll use in the field. Order items you'll use in battle. Prioritize items you can throw in battle. Order weapons and armor separately. Order by name. Order by most items held. Order by least items held. By the way, key items are just that. Items that unlock problems just like a key. They're very important items to have. Keep that in mind. Okay, now select Use. Then select Potion. Select the person you want to use it on. If they're already maxed out, you won't be able to use it on them. We can restore MP with Ether. You use this the same way you did for Potion. Just pick a member and use it. The number appearing next to the item name tells you how many are available. Of course, the more you use, the less you'll have. Some enemies will drop potions or ethers, but you'll want to stock up whenever you're at a store. One last thing, if someone in your party gets wiped out, either rest at an inn or use Phoenix Down. That's all! Effective ways to use materia. Access the main menu if you find materia. There's a lot of different materia around. This is one of them. It's all materia. If you equip this alone, nothing will happen. It's a little tricky, but I'll tell you anyway. Now look at my weapon. Look closely at those 2 slots. They're joined together as linked slots. You've got to remember to put it into linked slots. Different materia will affect each other, but only if the slots are linked. Just to show you, let's put some all into one of the slots and lightning into the other. Now we can use bolt on all the enemies, but it's limited to once per battle. Combine different things and you'll come up with different results.
combining Restore and all will let you use Cure for your entire party. There are also many useless combinations. For example, Restore and Lightning, Bolt and Cure can be used normally, but there won't be any compound effects. Specialized materia like All is called Support Materia. You can tell the difference just by looking at the materia's color. This may sound weird, but did you know materia grows on its own? Even if one of your allies uses it, it will continue to grow with each battle. As its level increases, so will the effects of the magic you can use. I told you All works once per battle, but it can work twice or more as it grows. When you get it to the master level, materia will divide itself looking like it's giving birth, but the master materia won't grow anymore. When you can't take materia on anymore, you'd better sell it or dump it somewhere. You can see the useful functions here. You can arrange materia, remove all materia from your weapon. You can throw materia into the trash. Oops! Relax! I wasn't gonna dump it. Let's see. This is a special menu for you. You can exchange all materia you have between allies, even if they're not in your party. Now about materia's growth. The growth rate depends on what weapon or armor it's put into. Some will double in growth, while others won't grow at all. In most cases, the materia's effect won't change whether you put it into a weapon or armor. But elements and added effect are completely different, depending on whether they're put into weapons or armor. You've got to think about what weapon or armor to use, or what materia combinations will be the strongest. I remember hearing once about extraordinary materia somewhere in the world. I think I've told you just about everything I can.
How to form your battle party.
I'll explain your party's order in battle. First, access the menu and select Order. Next, select who you want to use to switch. Now, select the position you want. This will change their position in battle. In this case, there isn't any advantage or disadvantage. But when you select the same person twice, it will place them in either the front or back row in a battle. When they're on the left side of the screen, that will be the front row. When they're on the right, that will be the back row. When you're in the front row and you select Attacked, you inflict major damage on your enemy, but you will also receive greater damage. While in the back row, although you do less damage to the enemy, you also receive less damage. For magic attacks, there's no difference in damage between the front or back row. There is no difference. When you use long-range weapons, it's better to keep weaker members in the back row. And that's it. Of course, I'm better off in the front row. How to check your status. You must know your current status. That's one of the basics of battle. Access the menu and select Status. Next, select the member you want to check. Were you surprised at the amount of information? I'll explain the order. First, there are your experience points and your level. The more experience you get in battle, the stronger you become. This gauge tells you how many points you need to get to the next level. If you can't beat stronger enemies, raise your level by fighting weaker ones. You'll improve your physical and magical skills. Next is HP and MP. HP is your life force. When it reaches 0, you won't be able to fight. MP is the source of your magic power. Every time you cast a spell, you use MP. And when you run out of MP, you won't be able to cast spells. This is called the limit gauge. It shows your anger level. When the gauge is full, you can use a limit technique. I'll tell you about limit techniques later. You know the battle commands are classified roughly into 2 groups. Attack is for regular physical attacks. Magic and summon cast magic attacks. Each has attacking power, defense power, and escape probabilities. The value depends on your equipment and experience level. The total effect is on the chart below. These are commands you can use in a battle. And your presently equipped weapons, armor, and accessories. Press the OK button here one more time. There are other types of attacks. Some monsters are weak against fire. Others are weak against ice or lightning. The materia or items you have can add these elemental to your attacks, or protect yourself from them in an enemy attack. This chart shows your current attributes. Press the OK button here one more time. The chart below means added effect. Some enemies will use sneaky attacks on you. These attacks change your condition, such as sleep, confuse, poison, darkness, petrify, silence, small, frog, and so on. These conditions disappear after each battle, except fury and sadness, which will remain. To cure these conditions quickly, use items or magic. There are specific medicines for each condition. I know I'm repeating myself, but when you're taken out in battle, when you're almost dead, use life magic, or the item Phoenix Down. When you change materia or equipment, it's best to look here to check on them. Mastering elementals and added effects will make your battles safer. That's all. All materia! Hey! You got one right off! That was materia! Next, take this! Treasure chest. Received ether! Smack. Knock. Help! You've got to hang in there. Your limit gauge is just starting to build. Okay, now your limit gauge is full. Go ahead and use it. Fight with your limit technique. Great! Y'all better get out of my way or I'll make you disappear. Pow!